figured I'd do another quick update, and I actually mean quick this time. Uh, I'll do a longer video, probably in 2 weeks, I want to say. But it's just been raining so much. Um, I've got a lot of growth in here that needs to be maintained at some point. Um, I think it's actually the type of grass that's growing in there is fine. I just want to try and control it a little bit from the path so it doesn't look unkept for the neighbors and whatnot. But man, if that isn't full, um, the probably won't go into the front yard. There's not too much action out there, but these bananas are starting to, I think, maybe ripen up. I don't know if that's sunburn or what, but those are the Orinoco. Unfortunately, this cherry of the Rio Grande is just, it looks like it might have met its maker. I'm really not sure what happened there. Um, I'm, I don't know if anyone has any guesses because I mean I've got a red jaboticaba right next to it. I mean it's getting eaten up by those uh, those bees that take chunks out of the plant, but it's doing fine. I mean the Cambuca, you can see it's pushing out a whole bunch of new growth. Um, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. We'll leave it in. We'll see if it pops back up. But the star fruit's doing great. I've got this hibiscus here that's taken off. We'll be making some jam out of that later in the year. Um, the MB, the youngest one I had here, is pushed out another node. The seashore mangostein's pushing out stuff. That MB is still doing terribly. Not sure why, but we've got these two MBs here that are doing good. The lemon drop mangosteen is doing good as well, but it's got some issues. This white jaboticaba is doing really well in ground. I went through and I tipped all my mangoes to encourage bushier growth. So let's take a look at this lemon drop. So I don't know what happened. I think it pushed out a whole bunch of new growth. So here's some new growth here, and then you can see some of the other new growth pushed out and just looks terrible. But I think what happened is it pushed out all this growth, and then it didn't rain for like 2 days, and I think these got all burnt up because they were really lanky, delicate leaves, and I'm guessing they just got burnt. I'm not 100% sure, but you can see here it happened there, but not on this leaf that's kind of like out of the direct sunlight. So I don't know if anyone has any experience dealing with that, or if they've seen anything similar, let me know. But you can see it's pushing out new growth like crazy because of all the rain. These lemon drops are doing fine. Um, these dragon fruits are doing good. The ones that rotted away are still rotting away, but I took cuttings off the growth that came out, and I put them in the ground so they'll root. But the other cuttings, the thicker original cuttings, are not rotting. So I'm not really sure why those did. I'm guessing there was something in the pot, or maybe a bug got in there. Not sure. We've got a sugar apple on the sugar apple, so we get at least one of those this year. This Garcinia here is finally pushing out some new growth. This is the Xanthochymus. It's awesome. There's another one on the ground here that is, where's it at? It's kind of hidden from all these weeds. Where did he go? I just looked at, oh, here he is. Right here. This thing that's all burnt. No new growth in it yet, but I'm sure it'll pop something out. So I got these stickers all over my arm. And I'll call it short over here once we look at the achacha. Let me see if this little Garcinia has popped up yet. I don't see anything. These wasps keep digging holes in there, so I'm hoping that's not affecting it. They're like the solitary wasp. The Luke's Garcinia still looking deep green. Can't wait to try all these yuzus out. They'll be ripe in like November, December. But here, let's take a look at the achacha. Whole bunch of new growth coming out after all the rain. It's looking pretty good. It'll be over 6 feet tall by the end of this year, assuming we don't get a frost or a freeze or whatever. These other plants growing up in it are just some Suriname spinaches, which I think actually they help it out a lot. They're just kind of providing it a little bit of shade and, you know, keeping the dirt around the roots inoculated and giving it some variety and whatnot. It's always good to have a bunch of different stuff growing together. It seems to grow pretty well when you grow it together. I've got isolated plants that don't do so great, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe we'll look at the jackfruits too. These guys are looking pretty good. The one out front is actually the best one, but these are catching up. See where I pulled that thick crabgrass out here, and the sunshine mimosa is starting to fill it in. I think that was a good idea, but there's some weeds over there that I probably need to pull out because I don't know how big those get. If they only get that big, I think it's fine, but I don't want extra trees where I don't need them. Been getting a lot of figs off the fig tree too. Jaboticaba over here is doing good, the Sabra. I need to go in there and check and see if there's finger limes because that thing flowered really heavily. We have a rogue fruit on the Suriname cherry back there. See if you can see it kind of in the center of the screen there. I pruned this thing back because it was in the path. I'm trying to at least keep this a little clear. So didn't seem to really mind having that thing hacked off, but another thing that happened is this Barbados cherry had like a whole branch like peeled down to the side, which kind of sucked, but it doesn't really seem to be affected by it. You know, we've gotten a lot of fruit off of it. You can see there's some ripening up right now. Actually, did I just see another one? It's hard to tell sometimes because I got these, you see they're red in the background. It kind of throws me off. This Guai Biju is doing really well too. You can see it was a little burnt up from the sun earlier in the year, but since it's been raining, it seems to have pulled through. I'm not sure when they flower. This thing's probably 2 years old now, 1 to 2 years old. The moringa that I hacked back down to a nub is already needing to be hacked back down to a nub again, it looks like. I guess I'll end this off with bananas because that's what we started with. So we got the Namwa, or ice cream. They're either blue java or Namwa. I'm pretty sure they're Namwa, but that's a good hand on there. These Gros Michel right here, doing good. There's another Gros Michel behind it that's pushing out a flower as well. So we're gonna have flower or bananas for days, probably. Still waiting on this pineapple as well, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna call it for now. I'll give you a better update later.